Welcome to American Mythos, where legends, folklore, and the unexplained creatures come to life.
Welcome back to American Mythos. Once again, got the whole squad here. Gio's back. He's here the whole time.
What's up, guys?
He's not behind the computer anymore.
He's not the goat man anymore.
No.
All right, so what are we here to talk about today, guys?
The Mothman.
The Mothman.
Mothman, yes.
Ooh.
Very scary.
Went from
Very
goats.
big and brolic.
We went from goats to moths.
Brolic. Oof, that's a word.
Haven't used that word in a while.
What'd you say, Joe?
We went from goats to moths.
Paul, you want to lead us off?
Sure. So, the Mothman started out he made his debut appearance in about
1966. I wanna say,
1966, something like that, mid-1960s, and in West Virginia, a town called Point Pleasant. A group of teenagers were in their car. They were driving outside of the town, just outside of city limits, and they saw in the sky a large moth-like creature. It was probably they described it to be 6 to 7 feet tall, and it had red eyes, and it was huge. It was like nothing they've ever seen before, because it was like a moth and a man combined.
Right.
I think there's the sighting of Linda Sigmund with her boyfriend, right?
Or was that another?
Yeah, so the
they're
first
two
sighting was the
different
4
versions.
teenagers, and Linda Sigmund and her boyfriend was 67.
Yeah, and what were the instances that they occurred on? What were the 4 teenagers instance? Because I don't know that one. I know the Linda Sigmund one.
They're just,
I believe they were just driving outside of town.
yeah.
It was dark out, of course. Like that's how all
Like middle
scary
of the
stories
night.
starts out. It's always dark out. Anyway, yeah, it was dark out, and 4 teenagers. They were driving along a empty road. It was completely dark. All they had was their headlights.
Right.
So they saw a large creature fly from the sky and start kind of surrounding their car, kind of circling it. So, and they were like, oh, okay, well, let's go right back home. That's probably what I would do too.
Yeah.
So they whipped the car around. Pretty sure they drove right back home, and it followed them the whole way until they got right back into city limits. I think that's what I read up on.
Yeah.
I mean,
so-
that in itself is pretty damn scary,
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
driving with some friends, some big old mean creature just flies over right next to you.
I wouldn't want to meet one of those things. Too.
I probably wouldn't want to either, yeah.
Probably got some biohazard, right up on its skin or some shit.
Probably, yeah.
I think the Linda Sigmund one she was in her car with her boyfriend, right? It was her boyfriend's car,
Yeah.
and they were doing some amateur stargazing,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Of course.
Yeah, and what happened is, as they parked to do stargazing, they saw something in the sky that creeped them out, and they started driving away. And according to her tale, as they were driving away, the creature was keeping up with the car, and they were going 50, 60, and it was right next to them flying. As she described it, it was 8, 9 feet tall, black wings, human-like body, and large
Very,
red eyes.
huge, red eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the only difference between the two accounts was the size of the creature.
But,
Yeah, but that's
if you're
roughly
scared,
roughly the
it's-
same.
Yeah, roughly.
right?
It was a few feet of difference, 3
Yeah.
feet of difference.
Also, I
at
feel like
most.
if something that big and flying around in the sky, it's kind of hard to
It's
gauge
hard.
the
It's,
size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because its wings are fully extended.
Yeah. So
The first group said it was 6, 7 feet tall, and then Linda and her
Linda's-
boyfriend said it was 8, 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
So-
8 to 9.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first sighting. When was the second sighting?
1967.
Yes.
What was the first one?
1967.
First one was,
66?
I believe,
66 is the year before.
November of 66. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So in 1967, I think was about 13 months after the first
Yeah.
appearance of Mothman in
I
Point
bel-
Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah. Wasn't it December 67?
I'm not sure. What-
December.
No, it arrived in November, so it must have been December 67. If it was November 66.
Yeah.
it
So
was-
13 months, but yeah.
Yeah, it was December 67, I believe. This was the deadliest bridge collapse in all U.S. history, the Silver Bridge collapse. appearance of Mothman, like, on the day of the Silver Bridge collapse, which was December 15th, 1967, was exactly 13 months after
Exactly.
its first appearance in
Yep.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which was November 15th.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly
And,
13 months.
He was reported, like, days, like, hours, even days before the accident, perching on the bridge suspension or on the top of the bridge, like, late into the evening or late at night or very early on in the morning, like 3, 4, 5 a.m.
Right.
And on the day of the bridge collapse, he was famously there, and he flew away. And the bridge shortly, like, collapsed after. And just for those who don't know, the bridge's collapse was caused by a very tiny structural crack, about 0.1 centimeters thick. I'm not sure how much that is in inches, but it was like a very small crack, and the whole bridge
like
just collapsed.
almost like micro.
Yeah, and I think like 46 people, they died.
46.
Yeah, it was a
In
horrible
one
day.
incident.
Yeah. Day of
Yeah.
doom and despair, literally.
I mean, I do remember hearing somewhere, I'm not sure where, but I remember hearing that the appearances of Mothman were harbingers for doom. That every time that someone saw it, something bad would happen.
Like he'd show up. Like, is it
Yeah.
like that he'd cause it, or
I'm not sure.
because some people think
Well, it's like the oarfish thing. Every time an oarfish floats up on a beach, there's an earthquake.
I don't even know what an oarfish is. I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah,
you.
it's like a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
So I've heard that after the bridge collapsed, onlookers actually reported that they saw the Mothman hovering over the Ohio River where the bridge was. What do you guys think about that?
That's some super scary.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, actually.
Like, do you guys like personally think that it's like he's a harbinger of doom, or he causes the actual events, or he's like a not a guardian of sort, but like he's a warning sign, like that? It's like an omen, but like not really. He's like a warning sign, like he's there to help, not just
Well-
a sign that something's bad to come.
I don't know. It's kind of just like pure speculation, though. Everyone kind of has their own theories. And for there to be, I think, I heard another person say that there was hundreds of reports of the Mothman. Not 100 bad things happen, you know. So, I mean, I guess that's
You could just
my
be
2
a
cents.
warning sign.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like most things, I don't really think it's that real, but I do think that maybe he caused the structural damage, because they said, he was perching on the like the support beams or whatever, So maybe while he was doing that, he was causing damage or something like that. I think that's a cool theory to think about, that he was causing it. And also, like, I don't know, I don't think he would be really there to help, because I mean, if he has red eyes, like, usually that it means something's evil.
Evil, yeah.
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 So I don't know. I just don't think so.
I do like the theory that he did cause the the bridge collapse, because like whether either intentional or not, that is probably a pretty like realistic assumption to make. But yeah, I don't think he I don't think like he's there to help, because I mean, what positivity came out of like a sighting from him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Besides knowing that he exists, apparently.
Yeah, the exact structural damage was on a piece called I-bar 330. It's one of the components that like goes from the top of the suspension to the bottom of like the actual bridge floor. And he was, as claimed by witnesses, perching on the suspension, and there was a small crack. So, I mean, it could be possible, like you said, Paul, that, he could have caused that damage himself. But, I do agree with Paul some sort, because like there's hundreds of sightings of him, but not hundreds of bad things happening.
But also no good things happened either.
And that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a neutral person.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
neutral,
So,
but sometimes he
kinda
has
like-
intrusive thoughts about killing
Kind
people.
of like Bigfoot, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Bigfoot's usually like neutral, you know what I mean?
Like he's just trying to hide.
He's just trying to live. You
Yeah.
know? But like the goat man, like I think we can agree is more of an evil
Yeah.
like
Oh,
spirit.
Like actively
yeah.
hunting
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So it's like a satanic thing.
Espe-
Yeah.
Especially
That,
with
that, that
the-
is a leading theory.
Especially
but-
with what Gabe was talking about last episode about the mark that those people
Yes.
have on their
Right.
back. Is it always on their backs?
I think
I'm not
mostly
sure
it
about
is.
where it is, but it's probably mostly on their backs.
Anyways, back to the Mothman.
All right. So, y'all know about the Stygian owl? I think it's-
Stygian owl.
Yeah, bro. It's like this.
Well, I mean,
it's,
Mothman kind of looks like an owl.
yeah, it's
Kinda does,
It's an
yeah.
owl with like red
Suppose.
eyes. So I mean, maybe someone saw, one of those owls got all freaked out, started driving away because there's an owl with red eyes. You know, it's a flying creature. Owls can be big. Y'all hear like
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But I don't know about.
can.
Dude, but
I don't know about like
it's an
9 feet tall.
owl,
Yeah.
8-9 feet tall, and it has
It's not a
human
bald
legs,
eagle,
human
dude.
body. Yeah, I mean, not even a bald eagle's that big. Come
No,
on.
exactly.
I mean, I'll search it up right now. I'm very quick with it. Don't worry, guys. I don't take very long.
Yeah, I don't know about that owl theory. I think, like I said, if it's far away and it's in the sky, it's flying. It's hard to gauge distance. Also, if it's dark out,
right.
maybe they. I don't know, because like, this is all a long time ago. Memory fades over time.
Right.
So I don't know.
But do those owls have big red eyes?
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
do.
they do. Okay.
As I'm looking at it in the picture, they do, and
Can I see it?
I'll show you here.
Let me see real quick. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
What?
these owls.
Maybe. Yeah.
This is the main difference. Mothman has human legs and is
Yeah.
human sized. This says that the Stygian owl is about 15 to 18 inches tall in height and has a wingspan of 90 to 110 centimeters. Why does it have to give me different sizes? Guys, I don't know. Google's stupid. Centimeters to inches. That would be about 35 to 43 inches. So it has a wingspan of barely 4 feet at most on the larger end.
Yeah, I feel like if something was 9 feet long, it would probably have to have some
Yeah.
probably
You
crazy
would-
some wingspan.
And
You would
especially
definitely know that.
yeah.
Especially the report of what's her name, Linda Sigmund,
Yes,
Yeah, Sigmund.
where she says that it kept up with the car and was like right next to them.
Yeah. Like,
And they were
do you
going,
think
like,
out
50,
like
60.
number
Owls
one?
can fly pretty quick, but I don't know about keeping up with a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then like, why would they keep up with a car?
Like,
You know
what
what I
is
Exactly. That's
what's the
not
reason for them to keep up
realistic.
with the car?
Exactly.
Joe?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why would an owl follow a car?
Yeah, so I think that theory just kind of like, it kind of proves it's like, it can't really be explained too well.
Yeah.
I feel like. So, I don't know, because like Bigfoot can be explained, right? But like there's nothing that can really explain the Mothman. Because it's like, humans can't fly. Obviously, humans can walk through rivers and like the Bigfoot suits, right? But they
Can't
can't
fly.
fly and they
No.
can't be 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I
They
don't
also,
know.
they also can't have wings.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And just so you guys are curious, there's a statue in Pleasant Point,
Yeah.
West Virginia.
It's actually, it
of
actually
Mothman.
is a really cool looking statue. If we
I
want to
know.
pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, put it up right there. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it doesn't really look like what the pictures of the drawings make it look like. This one, I mean, you
Still
can see,
really
you can see
cool,
more
though.
details. The wings look more realistic, but they don't look as feathery. But it's still pretty cool.
It is.
Mhm.
It's a really cool statue.
Yeah, I also just want to bring up a point that Mothman, technically, do we all know what a UFO is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unidentified flying object. Like
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
like alien spaceships. By definition, Mothman is classified as a UFO. He's an
Yes.
unidentified flying object.
I mean,
Technically
that
is,
it's
yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
He is an
And
unidentified flying object.
In many
Yep.
stories of UFO sightings, have you guys ever seen the movie Men in Black?
Yes.
They go.
Of course.
No, actually,
They-
I haven't.
You ever
Really?
seen Men in Black?
No.
None of them.
Nope.
Have you seen all the movies, Gabe?
Yeah.
Joe, have
I
you?
think I think I've seen the first movie, but that was a while ago, so I don't remember much
They
about
were
it.
really
Dude, Paul,
popular
it's
for a while.
it's really good. You should go watch them. There's like I think is there 2 new ones or only one new one?
I don't know.
Well, it's a pretty good movie series, and Men in Black is based off like the whole story, and I think there's a book too. It's based off an actual true story of the Men in Black,
Yes.
which are like
CIA
government agents.
Yeah.
They're described by people who have encountered them, like they've come knocking at their door. They're described as wearing dark black suits with a white shirt, black tie, black fedora, and they have pale skin, emotionless, like robot-like faces, and they have like dark black eyes. And people have described them coming to their door after they've seen something like a UFO, and they like question them. They're like, "Do not say anything about this. Did you see this? Blah blah blah. Like, have you seen what happened at that time?" And like they want to make sure you don't say anything, and they like keep a watch on you. They track you
Right.
around. They follow you around. They stalk you. And after the Mothman sighting, I think Paul, you know a little bit about this, right?
The Men in Black?
Yeah, with the Mothman sighting.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit, to be honest. I tell you that. I do not... Like, if I saw a Mothman, UFO, something like that, where there's a lot of conspiracy surrounding it,
Yeah.
I would not want to have some government boys knocking at my door.
And not even government boy, like they're almost like lifeless. People describe them as being
'Cause it's
literally
like-
lifeless, like devoid of like any emotion or like any like
Might as
human
well
action.
be might as well
Following
be
them around
robots
and stuff too.
Right.
Seeing like a blacked out car at the end of the street.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nope.
with like tinted windows.
And you know what? I feel like if they were questioning, you'd be like, nope, I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I made it up.
I would
Yeah.
deadass just say, "Oh no, I was on drugs that night. I wasn't thinking."
Yeah, I
right.
think it was high.
I was off a perk that night. I wasn't thinking clearly, guys.
Yeah. Must have been like the wind or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so a lot of these accounts have also reported that Men in Black have gone and questioned them after the fact, because obviously a small town like Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which is also a small state.
It's really easy to find someone.
Exactly, and it's
Yeah.
like, if it's a small, boring town, something like that is going to spread like wildfire throughout the town.
Right.
So I'm assuming whoever the Men in Black are, they probably got dispatched to their house instantly over something like that. So, that's pretty much that. But yeah, that's all I got to say. I would not want to have the Men in Black come to my house.
Once again, this this is something for Josh and Noah.
Yeah, Men in
their-
Black. It's a
Yeah, their side of the
conspiracy.
border. Yeah,
Mhm.
talking about conspiracies about Men in Black, right up their alleyway.
Government agencies.
All right, do you guys think the Men in Black thing is real? Like, do you think it's an actual like real thing that people like experience, or do you think it's just like
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause, I mean, like, there's like a lot of alien conspiracies in America, right? Area 51. Everybody knows even people who
Yeah.
are not from America know Area 51.
Yes.
Right.
You know, it's a big internet thing too.
Do you guys remember the
So-
Area 51 invasion
yeah.
thing
Raid.
back in
Of
like
course.
2021?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And like
Didn't
30
do
people
nothing.
actually went. Yeah.
And they were like
And they-
running outside with like
Mhm.
alien signs. That was so weird.
Yeah.
Such a
So
geek squad.
stupid.
Genuine chuds.
So, I do think that. Like, I mean, because think about how many UFO sightings there have been in the United States.
like the
Hundreds.
Phoenix Lights, the Battle of
Like,
Los
probably, like,
Angeles.
Oh, me
thousands.
and Paul actually did a project on the Phoenix Lights.
Yes, we did.
in your
What are the
science
Phoenix
fiction class,
Lights?
right?
Yeah, and
The
Futures
Phoenix
Fiction.
Lights.
But
Joe,
I
explain it
think
to Gabe, or
Phoenix
audience.
Lights.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
If I remember correctly, it was a series of it was like V form. If you right, Paul, it
Yeah,
was
I
like
think
V
so.
formation lights.
You know, this
Um,
was actually we actually did it where we explained the possibility behind it.
Yeah, so we
yeah.
actually came to the conclusion that they were not UFOs. They were what do we describe
it was
them
the
as?
military. There was I believe they took off from Nellis Air Force Base.
Yes.
near
Yeah, they were
Las
doing
Vegas.
they were doing like a drill.
And there was 810 planes, and they were doing like
A10 Warthogs.
yeah.
Yeah.
What year did this happen?
97. I want to
something
say.
like that. And they were using flares.
Yeah,
to,
they
like,
were using flares. Yeah.
to
So
And
if you,
isn't V also like a common
That-
airplane formation?
Yes.
Especially for
So,
like
yeah,
strike planes. and
that's how
fighter
they
planes
shoot out
together.
so it goes from behind it. That's how
if
they
we
shoot out
if
the
we could, we
flares.
could put the footage of the Phoenix Lights up on screen. But yeah, you do
Alright.
see like flares, and
Yeah,
you
roll
do
that.
see the V lights. Yeah, I mean, if I even if that was a drill, if I saw those, like if I just went outside and looked up and saw like those, those lights, I think there was like 9 of them or whatever, I'd probably be in a bit of fear.
Right.
Wait. Oh, you said right or wait?
I said right.
No, I'm just fucking stupid.
I gotta cut that.
I would tuck my head between my legs and kiss my ass goodbye if I saw those bad
Huh,
boys.
yeah. But yeah, just like what Paul said, I do 100% believe in the Men in Black, because there are definitely some people who have gone to visit to
Mhm.
not say anything.
And
but-
I mean, even if it wasn't like, I'm not trying to cut you off here, but even people who don't see like UFOs or whatever, they still probably sometimes people get visits if they're like trying to go around, because like imagine like somebody who actually went and saw like Area 51. Imagine if that actually happened, right? They would not want, because it's like a like a secretive like research base or whatever they say it is. So imagine if somebody actually saw that, because that's not only like, is that like a national security risk, but it's also they could just go and tell whoever they wanted about it, and because it's like they tell one person, that person tells more people, and it spreads immediately. So I do think that people do regularly get visits, but not always for the,
Things that we
like UFOs or whatever.
Yeah, like you remember seeing Arrival, that movie?
Yes.
You know how like secretive the
That
government
so
was about
good.
that.
Oh my
That's
God,
a
I love
really
it.
good
That's one
movie.
with Amy
But
Schumer and Jeremy Renner, right?
yes.
Where the spaceships drive, they have to communicate with
Yes.
the language.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
it's a really good movie.
It was
but
so good.
I think me and Paul agree that movie, like there was a main message about it that like different countries, because China was like
Did you guys watch that?
planning to attack.
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
it was a really good, but
Yeah.
China was planning to like attack the ship.
heptapods?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the heptapods, and like it's all about like you have to communicate with the rest of the world, otherwise it's gonna go down, right? But you remember how like the government was so like secretive about what they can release and like what they can tell about other people.
And the woman, I forget her name or who she's played by, but the main
Amy
character,
Schumer. She's
sure.
played by Amy Schumer.
She was like the only civilian, like one of the only civilians allowed on, like their operation area.
Like she wasn't even
She was a
And
linguist,
she had
right?
to be there.
yeah, she was
working
just
there.
a linguist. She wasn't like part of the government or anything. She was just a college professor who taught who was a linguist. But yeah, so Gabe, what do you believe in the Men in Black?
I do. I feel like I'm really open about all of this stuff, honestly. But I get it if the government wanted to keep some stuff like under wraps, Don't want mass hysteria going down.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
What about you,
Gio, what
do
about you?
think?
I don't know.
Kind of 50-50 on it?
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Because I feel like for the government, it'd be much... I mean, sure, the threat of the Men in Black is practically, like, silence. Like, they force people to keep silent. Like, silent or we're going to kill you. Like,
Yeah.
that's practically what they're saying, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they say it without saying it.
I mean, and they
Yeah.
send these creepy-looking dudes, like, pale, zombie-looking, black eyes, black fedora, black suits, and, like, black unmarked vehicles with, like,
Tinted windows.
black soulless eyes, and they lack
Yeah.
like normal human mannerisms. Like, that's terrifying. Like, I feel like if they send that, I mean, it would be 100% easier to just
Right.
kill the person
Could
who
be,
saw
yeah.
whatever.
I think actually even in the modern day, the Men in Black are a lot more scary than they were probably 60 years ago, the
Yeah.
1960s, because, like, think about, like, how much technology we use
Yeah,
every
exactly.
day. Computers, phones, TVs, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever.
You can just send a message without even being there. And
Yeah,
I feel like
Exactly.
they could go there.
I feel like that's
say-
also like 20 times more terrifying. They send you a message without even like being
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Like they
Oh,
can
yeah.
get to
Or-
you
or-
without even like
or
moving a muscle.
What I'm thinking scarier is, like, they go to your house and they bug something in your house.
Right.
And so whenever they go there, say, like, don't say anything to anybody, they can tell if you say something to anybody.
Exactly.
So I think that's a lot more scary. because of how much
without
technology
you
we have
knowing,
today.
without you knowing either.
Exactly.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, I think it's much easier for them to, just bang, kill the person who saw whatever, but also sending the Men in Black, like, lets that person tell someone else, don't say anything to anyone else, because these people are going to come to your house and they're going to threaten you or kill you.
Well, also think about it.
Right.
If they just kill them, then obviously that's going to be suspicious.
Somebody
Exactly.
just died
you
after
can't-
seeing something and telling people.
like a good example, Boeing whistleblowers. Like they're like this, like
Or
the
all
day
those,
before
like-
a trial, all of a sudden, oh no, he committed suicide.
All those nuclear scientists or in those
Yeah.
NASA like astrophysicists
Exactly.
who like
Yeah.
went missing recently, like
Yeah, but if you just
like Amy Eskridge and those guys, like the one guy who went missing hiking, like all those people like recently, like have you seen it like on Fox News? Those people that went missing recently.
I
believe so.
On
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. But I mean, that's my opinion on the Men in Black. I mean, I think I'm 50-50 on it, but it's honestly, it's probably the most real thing we've talked about on this podcast. But I would definitely love if like Josh and Noah did a little segment on it.
I think they should. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely an interesting topic. But do you guys think the Mothman is real?
Oof.
Honestly, no, not really. I mean, it's kind of the same thing that we've been talking about with the past podcasts. It's like, do you think this or that exists? And, I'm actually starting to come to the conclusion. We have one, big sighting, two big sightings, and then after that, the sightings start to explode.
Yeah.
It's like Bigfoot, right?
Exactly.
And you know.
I mean, Bigfoot, there's still sightings to this day, though.
Well,
the
it's
thing.
true.
They
I mean-
find footprints, they find broken sticks, animals ripped apart, they find rocks thrown like in places they shouldn't be.
Right.
Well, that too, but I mean, like like I was saying, you know, I mean, I just think that one person makes something up or they see something, right?
Exactly.
And they come to the different conclusions. Do you guys remember the how there was like a black bear sighting in Wilmington probably a year or two ago?
Yeah.
You guys
Yes,
remember that?
yes, I do.
Right, and my dad, I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I think that's BS. I think somebody saw a large dog and just came to their own conclusions." Because, like, how like, do you really think that's feasible, a black bear to be in Wilmington? I don't think so. I think that's kind of BS.
It could be a possibility.
I'd believe
but
it.
I don't know. I don't, but because I feel like
I mean, we have deer out when we have black bears.
Yeah.
because we're not really in their natural territories. They don't really
I
come
guess.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect them to like, you'd rarely find them around here. I'd say.
Exactly.
Because Wilmington's a very suburban area. So,
Yes.
but I don't know. I just think it would be more realistic if the sightings were spread out more and more.
Yeah.
Because it's like one sighting and then
Like-
they just explode after that. So it's
Like you know, like Bigfoot, right? You know, sightings would either be, you know, like what, like Washington, you know, the Northwest, United States, but also in like Alaska and like, you know, the
I mean,
Himalayas.
there are like sightings of like Bigfoot-like creatures like the Yeti or like the
yeah,
skunk
but
ape
but
in
like you know,
Florida.
they're spread out.
Yeah, they're
you know what I mean?
spread out, and
Instead of just in
they
one
like go
spot.
back like hundreds of years, like back to the Oregon
Yeah.
Trail.
Alright.
But the you know with the Mothman, it's just like this one like road outside of Point Pleasant. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I think I'm with Paul here.
Think
I'm
it's
definitely
just,
a lot more. I'm definitely a lot more reluctant to believe in this one. Kind of like the Rougarou. Like I said that I believe that the Rougarou was just made up to be like a you know like just like a tale to like keep your kids and you know from going out.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is like a tale. But I just think that you know this is just you know just like a group of teens. You know. Either they could have, you know, they could have been on something. I'm not trying to
You
be.
never know.
Yeah, you never,
It was
you
the
never know.
60s. It was the 60s. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. But I just don't believe it. Not as much as like say the Goat Man or Bigfoot.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
What do you
Yeah.
think, Gabe?
I'm actually not too keen on believing about this Mothman one, just because I remember people online trying to figure out like how would a human be able to have wings and like actually be able to use them, and they had to be massive. And now for this,
Because the way he has to counteract
and
the
now
thrust
this huge
exerted by the
like,
wings. Yeah.
humanoid being able to fly in the sky. I mean,
Wouldn't the wings have to be like over 20 feet long each?
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy. And then there's nothing really tying the Mothman to actually being like something that could possibly be here. I mean, it just showed up one day, like out of the blue,
Mm.
right? Instead of with like, let's say the Goat Man, it ties into Satanism and rituals having to do with hell. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want to be like the only, you know, I don't want to be the outlier, but I'm kind of 50-50 on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like, I mean, Gabe's thing about the wings, it's like the most damning evidence against it, but also there's so much evidence that supports it and then not as much that counters it, but I don't think I like fully believe it. I think it's 50-50 for me. I think it was definitely a mix of after one person saw something that could have been unexplained, everybody else just started saying they saw it. I do believe it was a one singular sighting, then everything else was just a hysteria.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's our theories on it. I mean, I personally think it's just BS. Because I mean, what do they really have to do in Point Pleasant? Probably not too much. I mean,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to
that-
offend
Point
anybody
Pleasant,
who lives
West
there.
Virginia, literally.
That is a
but
good.
You know,
That is a good
East Cuddy
point.
Bum, bro. There's literally nothing there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's a good way to wrap up our episodes, right, boys?
I'd
I
say
guess so. Yeah.
All right.
This has been American Mythos. Stay cryptid.